I wonder if it's been your birthday whilst we've been stuck at home during lockdown. If it has, it's possibly been one of the strangest birthdays that you've had, but I bet you still managed to be given a present. Maybe you got a gift from a family member or a friend who you share the house with, or maybe somebody posted you one even if they couldn't see you. I've got a little gift here. It looks very intriguing. I wonder what's inside it. It doesn't rattle. Do you think I should open it? Maybe not quite yet. Did you open your present straight away? I bet you really rushed to open them, didn't you? You tore the wrapper off all in a hurry. I'm going to save this just for now whilst we have our Bible story, and then we'll come back to it. Now, we've been thinking about the letter that Paul wrote whilst he was under house arrest in Rome. He sent it to his friends, the Christians in Ephesus, and we can read it for ourselves in the Bible in the New Testament book called Ephesians. So last week we were thinking about how Paul told us about God's amazing plan, that he had decided to know us and love us even before the world began. That's amazing, isn't it? But today we're going to think not about God's amazing plan, but God's rescue plan. But who's being rescued and what are they being rescued from? Well, the Bible tells us that we all need rescuing. You and me and everyone that we know needs rescuing from sin. Now, what do we mean by sin? Well, the Bible tells us that sin are those things that we do or think or say that are bad. But it also says that sin is the hurt that we cause to God when we reject him. So how did God come up with a rescue plan? What was his plan to save us? Well, Paul tells us in Ephesians that his rescue plan was all to do with how Jesus died on the cross. Paul explains that Jesus paid the price for us when he was killed on the cross. He didn't deserve to die. We deserve to be punished for our sin, but Jesus paid the price for us. Now, Paul lived at a time when sadly slavery was still something that was normal. And you could be saved from being a slave if somebody paid the price to buy you back, and then you could be set free. And Paul explains that Jesus dying on the cross is a little bit like that. He has paid the price to set us free from sin. But not just that, more than that, his death on the cross has meant that we can be forgiven for all the sins that we have ever done, forgiven even for the sins that we're yet to do, so we don't need to feel guilty anymore. That is a fantastic rescue plan for each of us. Paul uses really beautiful language to describe God's great love for us and the gift that he's given us in Jesus. He talks about a word that he uses called grace. Now, grace is the free gift that God gives us in Jesus' death. It's not something that we can earn. It's not a gift that we can earn. We don't deserve it. In fact, Paul makes it very clear that God decided to give us this gift before the world began. So right back at the beginning, do you remember our timeline from last week? First of all, he chose us and he loved us. Then the world was made. Then Jesus dies on the cross and now we're alive. So God chose to give us that gift way, way back in time before we could have done anything at all to earn it or deserve it. So it's sort of like Jesus is this little gift all wrapped up here. We can look at it, we can find out about it, we can see it. But unless we open the gift and receive it, then we don't get to benefit and enjoy from God's good gift of grace. I think we should open this and find out what's inside it. It sounds like it's empty because there's nothing in there rattling, and it's very light. Let me just undo it quickly. Are you intrigued? Let's see if we can see what's inside. Let's take the string off and unwrap it. This is when it gets all exciting and you get desperate to see what's inside. Oh, it's a box. Oh, maybe I should open the box. Should I open the box? Maybe it's inside the box. Shall we see? There's nothing in there. that's odd. Let's open it up. Ah, now I get it. It's a cross. You see, God's gift to us, his free gift, is the cross that Jesus died on. So I want us to think this week, do you think that God has given that free gift to you? And if he has, are you just sitting it on the side and looking at it and not accepting it and not opening it? Or have you opened up that gift and truly accepted it in your heart? And if you have you thanked God for that amazing free gift that he has given to you?